Kia ora everyone, I'm Mary Jo, and here at Kiwibank we've been playing around with our transactional data. That is, the aggregated credit and debit card spend of Kiwibank customers. And from the data, it shows that our spending was up around 6% in the final quarter of last year. Now that may not sound like much, but that's because it comes off a massive 27% spike in the September quarter. On an annual basis, our spending remains elevated, close to 50% higher than the year before. Now these numbers are inflated slightly because of the fact that we have been using our cards more often than we used to, but nonetheless the past holiday season has helped to keep that momentum in spending going. Now digging into the details of the data, three main trends emerge. Firstly, our spending on hospitality and accommodation was very strong. For instance, spend at restaurants, bars and cafes was up about 70% on an annual basis. For many of us, the past holiday season meant eating out, catching up with friends and family, and exploring the country. Now, it's important to note that our data doesn't include foreign tourist spend. So while overall spend in the sector is down because of a lack of foreign tourists, we have seen a surge in domestic spend. Strong domestic tourist flows over the holidays does suggest that Kiwi have been really helping to keep that critical 5% of our economy that is reliant on foreign tourists to keep going and to stay running. Now, secondly, DIY spending continues to outpace 2019 levels. Much of the strength in household-related spending is underpinned by the hot housing market. And with fewer overseas visits, we have seen a reallocation of spend toward revamping the home. So demand for things like new furniture has been especially strong. Lastly, shipping delays are already starting to have an effect on spending. Supply chain disruptions caused by bottlenecks at our major ports did mean that it was tough for some retailers to ensure that their shelves were stocked, ready in time for Christmas. Sporting equipment like e-bikes and paddleboards in particular were out of stock, so spending on retail goods actually fell during December. Now, recent behavior, however, suggests that there's clearly no loss of demand. So once the ports are unclogged and the shelves are restocked, we can expect retail goods spending to tick higher. Looking ahead, supply constraints and potential lockdowns are the biggest threats to future spend.